Just watching Jesus talking to the fig tree. I don't want to imagine what his disciples were thinking. Talking to a tree? Is Jesus okay, or he going through a mental breakdown? Just look at their faces. In Mark chapter 11, we read that Jesus was hungry and went to a fig tree hoping to find some fruits. To his disappointment, he found none, so he cursed the fig tree. Did you notice he did not pray to God about the tree? He just spoke to the tree, telling it no man was ever going to eat from it forever. Then the very next morning, as they walked past the same tree, they all noticed that the fig tree had dried up from the roots. On another occasion in Matthew 28, Jesus was traveling on a boat with his disciples when they ran into a storm. In verse 26, we read that Jesus rebuked the wind and the sea, and there was great calm. He didn't pray to God about the wind and the sea. He just spoke to it. I find this interesting because I found out it is not in God's power to change most of the things we expect him to change. God expects you to speak to the challenge. In the book of Mark chapter 11 verse 23, Jesus said, "If you will say to this mountain, 'Be moved and thrown into the sea,' and will not doubt, but will believe the things you said will come to pass, then you will have whatsoever you say." Jesus was clear about what we should address. He didn't say, "If you tell God about the mountain," which is what many of us are guilty of. Rather, he said, "If you will say to the mountain." So stop talking to God about the mountain. Did you notice that Jesus never asked God to solve a problem, except when he was praying for men, like he did in John 17? However, when it was a case of him being confronted by a challenge, Jesus spoke to the challenge. You never saw Jesus talking to God about a problem. In the book of John, chapter 5, verse 26, we read that as the Father has life all by himself and can create or change circumstances, the same ability has been given to the Son. Remember, you are now a son of God. So quit talking to God about your mountain. Talk to your mountain. My name is Victor, and this is Living Nuggets with Vicordi.